Hello, thank you for clicking on my video, and I hope you enjoy it. Today we're going to be covering the top 20-ish mods for Forge 1.17.1. Forge is finally out for the new version of Minecraft, so we're going to be taking a look at the top 20 or so mods that exist for Forge. I think they're really cool. I hope you're going to get something good out of this video, and we will just go ahead and crack on now. So starting out with the most obvious mod, because it's currently visible on the screen, we have Journey Map. And I'm sure most of you are familiar with Journey Map or some version of a mini map mod. Journey Map includes the big map and the mini map all in one mod. It includes a system of waypoints. You can do things like teleport between them if you are in creative mode. You can turn them on and off so that you can see them in the world, or you don't have to be annoyed by their great big beacon-like visuals. And the next mod that we have is actually a very simple one. There we go, Logan, villager names. So this gives villagers a unique name instead of just being called villager or not having a name at all. It applies name tags to them and gives them names drawn from a database, or you can customize that. It's a very neat little mod. Adds a lot of immersion to the world. The next mod we're going to be talking about is OpenBlocks Elevators. This is a white elevator. And you can see here that we have lots of different colors available to us, but the functionality is all the same. And if you right click on it, you get a menu. If we just right click on that with a grass block, then it becomes camouflaged. And all you do is you stand on it and jump, and it'll take you up to the next elevator, or you crouch and it'll take you down to the one below. The next mod that we're going to be talking about is one of my favorites. It's Easy Villagers. Hello, farmer. Hello, farmer in my hand. So this one's fun because you can put farmers into a farmer block, and you can put traders into a trader block. One of my favorites has got to be the iron farm. You put a villager in there, it has its own self-contained zombie, and every once in a while an iron golem will spawn and get taken out by the lava here. And then you end up with iron and poppies in the chest below if you use a hopper. The next mod that we're going to be talking about is called Tree Harvester. Tree Harvester allows you to do this. If you hold shift and mine the bottom block of a tree, it harvests the whole tree and replants it. These fruit-bearing leaves exist because of our next mod, which is Croptopia. And Croptopia is a fantastic little mod that adds all kinds of fruits, vegetables, herbs and spices, salt, pepper, flour, butter, noodles, tofu, and a wide variety of dishes that you can craft with them, like a protein bar. All right, the next mod that we're going to talk about is the Bag of Yurting. There we go. Ooh. The Bag of Yurting allows you to do this pretty much. You can pick up an entire building. This is just a building that I picked up from the village over there to make life easy for myself, but you can use it on any building. And they have a variety of sizes, so you can have a 1 by 1 by 1 up to 13 by 13 by 13. The next mod that we're going to talk about is Biomes of Plenty. It is a rather expansive mod and difficult to cover as a result of that. But Biomes of Plenty adds 50 plus biomes to Minecraft. I believe this is one of the biomes that it adds, the Jade Cliffs. And here we have the Bayou. That's another Biomes of Plenty biome. And here you can see a rainforest floodplain. And we also have a rainforest. Yeah, I think that's enough for y'all to get the point. We use Biomes of Plenty to add a huge amount of variety to the biomes in our world, and make our worlds more interesting, give us a lot more geographic diversity. But I'm not going to take the time to go over all of them because ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, now the next mod that we're going to talk about is called Scannable. Scannable adds a scanner to the game, and you can see here that it has lots of different modules for it. There's a range upgrade, and then the rest of these determine what you're scanning for. And you can shift right click to open up the user interface for the scanner. and place your modules in there. Right now I have rare ores and 2 range modules in it. And then if you hold right click, it'll charge up and scan. And there you can see we have some gold, some lapis lazuli, all kinds of neat things going on there. Now we have chunk loaders. And these are quite interesting to me. So this is a chunk loader that will load 1 chunk. And as you can see, we have one that'll do 3 by 3 chunks, 5 by 5 chunks, and the ultimate chunk loader will do 7 by 7 chunks. And these are very useful for things like our iron golem farm. If we wanted to have a bunch of these iron golem farms set up with hoppers and chests and all of that, and we wanted to make sure that they were always running, all we would have to do is use the chunk loader mod to keep those chunks loaded and to keep our farms producing iron. You can also disable chunks 1 by 1 in the area that the chunk loader covers. And the next mod is literally forcing me to do this in order to demonstrate it. Oh my, we fell from a high place. But we have the co-rail tombstone installed. So when we get wrecked using the co-rail tombstone mod, we end up with the graves key and we end up with a little grave where we died. And there you have it. It's that simple. And it prevents your items from despawning before you can get back to them. It's a very nice, very useful mod. I recommend it highly. Here we have the pipes mod. Pipes is a really elegant way to transfer items between containers. I prefer it to vanilla hoppers because you can speed things up quite significantly with it. And all you do is take your pipe wrench, shift right click on the end that you want to transfer items out of, and that's it. Then you can just transfer items out of that chest into another one. And then if you really want to, you can speed things up significantly by adding an ultimate pipe upgrade. And you can see we now have transferred every item into this chest in a matter of seconds. I suppose the next thing that we should talk about is our jetpack. The jetpack mod is really quite cool. It allows for creative-like flight, especially when you engage hover mode. And it just does a really good job in general of giving you more transportation options than what you get in vanilla. The next mod that I would like to talk to you about is the Traveler's Backpack. Here we have an example of that. This is just a way to add additional inventory space. It has fluid storage. Looks like you can store 2 different fluids in the big one. These do range in size, I believe, yes. And they also include a crafting table here. The next mod that I have for you is Scuba Gear. As you can see, we are fully kitted out in a scuba suit. And as a result, we are able to... I don't think you can actually breathe underwater per se, but you will certainly have a great deal more air supply. So if you like building things underwater, Scuba Gear is a great mod for you. Then we have simple magnets, and this is pretty great because it allows you to turn the magnet on and then have things automatically absorb into your inventory. In the case of the regular magnet, items and XP up to 5 blocks away will automatically be picked up. And in the case of the advanced magnet, it goes out to 11 blocks away. And items can be filtered. We have World Edit, which lets you do all kinds of wonderful and amazing things. I'm going to start by showing you what you can do to a standard village house in just a matter of seconds. Alright, so we have all this white terracotta. You know what? I really don't like white terracotta, so I'm going to replace it. And so we just type in / replace white _ terracotta, and then we type in stone bricks. So I think that looks a lot better. And there you go. World Edit does the work. It just swaps it all out. And then you could do the same with the stained glass and the oak logs and the plank stairs. You can do it with any part of the structure. It even works with mods, but mod integration isn't 100%. You can also do something as simple as set the whole thing to air, and then you also have undo, redo, copy and paste functionality. The next mod is speed building. There we go. Speed building allows you to place ladders and rails the same way that you would scaffolding. Just hold right click down on the original block you placed, and it will extend your rail or ladder as far as it can. Here we have an excellent example of what Castle in the Sky adds to your world. It adds exactly what it sounds like, castles in the sky. This is a wonderful mod with all kinds of interesting things to find in these castles. Blocks of irons, diamond, elytra, however you say that one. We've got beacons. Well, actually, these are bacons. They're not the same thing as a beacon. Not quite sure what their functionality is. Maybe just lighting. But just look at this, guys. This is such an excellent mod. Look at this great big floating castle. And I can just imagine building your way up to this. Maybe even mob-proofing it and turning it into a permanent home. What a wonderful place this would be to call home, right? And this is just a lovely, lovely structure. And I have, in fact, saved the best for last. I am going to talk to you now about Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. This mod is strictly cosmetic. It does add some very, very excellent things to Minecraft. It adds interesting storage, it adds couches and blinds for the windows. Very, very interesting fences, mailboxes, just to name a few. You can see this bedside cabinet. It actually has storage in it. And then we have things like brightly colored sofas. And I like these a lot because they actually work the way you would expect them to. Coffee tables. And I know blinds are supposed to go on the inside of windows, but we're going to put these on the outside for this house. And look, they actually open and close. How neat is that? And then we have really excellent fences. And we have mailboxes, which I think are just awesome. Add those to a village and right away you spruced it up a bunch. Well guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I really had a lot of fun making this. I think that the mods that we covered today are just, they're good. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope maybe you got something out of it. I will put a link to at least most of the mods down in the description, and you can follow those links to download these mods. But yeah, that's going to conclude our video today. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.